Sherlock, and I am a social work student and a Murray County resident, a statement that seems to bring a lot of ridicule in my day to day life in Dalton. So, why is it that two Appalachian communities, so closely linked, seem to be very different? Well, let's start today by looking first at how Appalachia in general is portrayed in the media.
Chuck Smith. I am a substance abuse counselor and director of the Carter Hope Center Recovery Residence here in Dalton, Georgia.
Do you feel that people in this region are negatively portrayed in the media?
Yes, there's a lot of things that can be done in the media, such as TV or whatever, that with people from the mountains of Appalachia that can't be done with any other culture. It's okay to portray the people that live in the mountains as hillbillies and moonshiners and being crazy, which you couldn't do with any other race or culture. It would be frowned upon, not socially acceptable.
Spit into my story. Right away I heard a siren sound. Beautiful and crazy. Should've known the road you drive me down. You spilled all your secrets down the front of your party dress. Lay it at my feet, love. That's how I slipped into this mess. You're very pretty.
Type of images are not a joke. They are capable of actually creating false realities about the Appalachian culture, and over time, these false perceptions lead to negative stereotyping and social oppression. So, while the images of hillbillies, moonshine, and outhouses may seem all in good fun, they in reality can be very damaging to the region and to the individual people. It has been found that negative stereotypes hinder tourism, deter industry, and cause emotional distress to the residents. It seems evident that the negative stigmatization of the Appalachian people is a problem. But what is stigma exactly, and how does it affect the people? Stigma is defined as a degrading and debasing attitude of the society that discredits a person or a group of people because of certain attributes. That could be things such as illness, deformity, color, nationality, religion, or culture. Stigma affects individuals in a variety of ways. For example, it marginalizes the affected individuals, it violates their basic human rights, and it can result in lower self-esteem and a fear of being discriminated against. So now that we understand the consequences of these negative stereotypes, let's take a look at from the point of view of a local Murray County resident.
I'm Melissa Beavers. I'm a resident of Murray County. I've lived there since I was born.
And what does it mean to you to be a Murray County resident?
Um, well, Murray County is stereotyped a lot. It's kind of like a deliverance kind of thing. Let's see, they call us rednecks. People from Whitfield County call us rednecks. I really don't understand that because they're just like the next county over. They're Appalachian too, so I don't really understand why they do that, but they do.
So, what do you love about Murray County?
I love the fact that everybody knows everybody. I also love the fact that the crime rate is really low in Murray County. The past year, 2014, we had one homicide, and that was it, which is really unheard of. I also love the fact that we can be self-sufficient if we need to be. We're farmers. We're able to grow our own food. We're able to can our own food so that when things run short at the grocery store or you can't get certain vegetables or certain fruits at certain times of the year, we're still able to have that benefit because we know how to freeze and can.
So, why do you think that other counties in this area view Chatsworth or Murray County as more backwards than the rest of them?
I think it's just a stigmatism that's practiced from county to county. Like Murray County, people from Murray County will say, well, throw off on Alabama. Or, the more Appalachian that you are, and the more redneck or hillbilly-ish you are, which is something that has been practiced since Appalachian America was discovered, because they fear the unknown. They don't realize what a benefit that people from Appalachia could be, because it's a culture, it's a tradition, it's there's a lot of good aspects there, and it's a dying culture too.
So, how does it make you feel that someone might perceive you in a negative light because of your culture?
I guess it makes me feel about like everybody else, because everybody's always perceiving everybody else negatively. If you're Indian, if you're black, if you're white, if you're not white enough, if you're not this, if you're not that, then you look at negatively. You have to be, an upper scale white American before you're ever viewed in a positive way sometimes. And it doesn't bother me, because I am who I am.
Some people can't see the beauty of the Appalachian culture and region, like Melissa and I do, and like the other residents that call these mountains home. Many of the positive qualities about Murray County that Melissa discussed are cultural characteristics of Appalachia as a whole. For instance, she mentioned that she liked how everyone knew everyone. That is a great example of the Appalachian trait of personalism, the idea that it is important to try to get to know people and to be warm and friendly. Melissa also discussed the important Appalachian value of self-reliance. Living in a small Appalachian community gives residents like Melissa and I the confidence that in good times and in hard, they will know how to take care of themselves and those they love. So what if this was the side of Appalachia that the rest of the world saw? Stigmatization of Appalachians important to social workers. Let's take a look at the social work values and ethics and see why this is an important topic for us to be discussing. The first section in the Social Work Code of Ethics states that social workers should obtain education and seek to understand the nature of social diversity and oppression. It would be doing our clients in this region a great disservice to not try to understand how social oppression may be affecting them both in their environments and emotionally. It is also a social work core value to challenge social injustice by pursuing social change on behalf of vulnerable and oppressed groups of people. For social workers to fully commit to the values and ethics, it is vital that we challenge the stigma of the Appalachian people and make every effort to change the injustice that our region is facing.